Hey guys, welcome back. It's Mark Peratt, and what I am is in San Francisco. So it's been a long time since I did a video, mainly because we were writing our second book, and here it is. So it's the ultimate Stone Age tool. It's about how the mind evolved and why we are so politically divided. So call it the origins of the political brain. So Homo sapien actually translates from Latin to English as wise man. So what we want to do is reverse engineer the wise and wise man. So why did men evolve to be such advanced intellect? Why do memories fade? Why do people stereotype? Why are men so much more violent than women? Why do people believe in supernatural phenomena? What is the evolutionary benefit of love? So what are the echoes of the Stone Age? So, because this is a Stone Age tool evolved in the Pleistocene to navigate the Stone Age world. So how do we utilize this brain with all of its foibles? Because it was not designed for the modern world, we're attempting to use it to navigate the modern world today. So the best reverse engineer ever in the history of mankind is Charles Darwin, who proved the evolutionary process was involved in the production of all life on planet Earth. And not just our bodies, but also our brains. Darwin's discoveries resulted in the creation of a whole new field of science that is greatly improved upon in the recent decades. A field eventually branched into what is now called evolutionary psychology, coined by anthropologists John Tooby and Lida Cosmides. So they made several revolutionary discoveries. One of them is that thought and emotions are part of the same system within the brain. See, the law of natural selection teaches us that whatever enables our ancestors to live long enough to procreate continues in the next generation. Therefore, there are still many remnants of our ancestral past that show up in our behaviors today. For example, why are children afraid of the dark? Well, in our ancestral past, bad things happened in the dark because we evolved the abilities to see color in the daytime, which meant we had to give up our abilities to see in darkness. So in our ancestral past, predators could see in the dark. So the children that did not co-evolve the ability to be afraid of the dark got eaten and didn't live long enough to procreate. So another example would be if we were to stumble on a curly stick in the jungle, better we recoil from it and then be embarrassed it's not a snake than to be standing over it wondering if it's the poisonous kind, because then we're dead if it is. So these terms are called adaptive. Another one that's really interesting to me, and we'll be giving you all sorts of tidbits about this, revealing some of the secrets from the next book that took us 3 years to actually write and put together. I think it combines somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,000 studies, over 300 different PhDs, which we credit in the book. But one of them has actually come from, her name is Marjorie Prophet. She actually developed a theory around morning sickness. So it's cross-cultural, so that means it exists in all of mankind. And then when we look at it, you see, well, what causes morning sickness? Sigmund Freud thought it was the subconscious mind of the mother looking to voluntarily abort the fetus orally. So it turns out Freud had a lot of wacky ideas. Now, according to Marjorie Prophet, this is an adaptive feature because at the time that women in their pregnancies are more likely to experience morning sickness, it's the time that the organs are developing the fetus. So it turns out that plant life don't want to be eaten. So what they evolved were poisons and toxins and bitterness, that what it did was it made it less enjoyable to eat your vegetables. So women co-evolved a phase in the pregnancy to be nauseous around certain potential toxins that could harm the fetus, maybe even kill it. So it turns out that this is an evolutionary benefit known as adaptive. So we'll be revealing a lot of these things in these coming videos about why people do the things they do. Originally, it was designed so that we could help people predict the future more accurately. But during, as we were writing this book, which was originally going to be titled When Darwin Goes to B School, I just felt the moral obligation to publish the book on why we're so politically divided, because we're headed for a really dark place. According to Isaiah Berlin, we had 14 genocides in the 20th century. More people died in those 14 genocides than died in all of the wars of the 20th century combined, which was the bloodiest in world history. So we're not on a good path right now. And what it turns out is every one of those genocides was perpetrated by a one-party system. What we really need to do is pump the brakes. Recognize why we evolved to be so political. We'll be revealing those secrets in these videos. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.